guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another live swatching video. Oh my gosh, I feel like my channel has become totally dedicated to live swatching because there's been so many new collections out, obviously of course from Colourpop. Today, yes, we are live swatching the new Colourpop Cosmetics Just My Luck eyeshadow palette. I am so excited! This is crazy because of course it's March, so it's kind of, you know, luck, leprechaun, Irish themed. I just had like an epic rant on Instagram. I did an Instagram stories where I was saying like, we're bored. I was kind of like chewing out the brands and I was like, stop releasing the same neutral palettes, the same warm palettes. Where are the greens? Like, where is the color? And then little did I know, a few days later, Colourpop was going to be releasing an entire green eyeshadow palette. Are you kidding me, Colourpop? Like, you see, like, there's no way I could not live swatch this. It looks so beautiful. It has everything from hunters to forest to a brown to this amazing chartreuse, if you will. Ugh! Mossy, minty, all the greens for us. I honestly can't take it. My heart cannot take it. I am so excited for this palette. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start live swatching this little 9-pan palette here. This is for sale now on the Colourpop website, and I do want to let you guys know this rarely happens, so I wanted to make sure you guys know this right away. Colourpop was kind enough to give me a discount code for a little while. It's not going to be for very long. You can actually save $5 off of a $20 order using my Colourpop code, which is 5SHAE. I will link it down below for you guys. It is an affiliate code. Please know that. I will earn a commission, so if you do not feel comfortable using it, don't. That's totally fine. They have good little sales every now and then, so you might not even need my code, but if you do want to save $5, you have that. It just has to be on a $20 order. So excited. Okay, let's just like get into this. I cannot even wait. So let me zoom in on this before we get started so you guys can see this in all of its glory. There's like khaki greens. There's a beautiful matte brown you can use. There's hunters, forest, kind of aqua-y, minty, chartreuse. Like just so many green options in here. I'm crazy about it. Are you guys ready? Oh my god, by the way, how do you like this hairstyle? I've decided this is my wedding hair. I really like it. I picked this up at Target. It's by Kristen S. I thought it was gorgeous, so I picked this up. It's a little, like it's loose. Yeah, so I don't know that it's the best quality, but it did a pretty good job. Anyway, all right, let me zoom you beautiful bitches in. Let's get to this. Okay, so I just put a little setting powder under my eye because I have a date tonight, so I'm trying not to ruin my face makeup too much during this. The first shade we are live swatching is called Chances Are. It's a beautiful matte kind of aqua shade, minty. Reminds me of Shamrock Shakes, like that's what it is. Oh, very pastel. This is my Sigma E55 shader brush. Oh, I love this color. It is so pastel. This is amazing. Blending that into the crease just to see how it blends. Beautiful. Blending out really, really nicely. No patchiness, no streakiness, and that can be hard with these pastel shades. Wow, I really love this color. I never wear shades like this all over the lid, but this just like has me really tempted. I really want to play around with this palette this week. The next shade is called Kiss My Ass. And this is also a matte green. Oh wow, that's a little bolder than I was expecting. It's a little richer. Oh, I love green. Green is just always my favorite color of anything. If I'm buying something and if it comes in green, like that is the color that I will choose. Weirdly enough, I don't do that much green makeup. Like what? This is beautiful though. Just as pigmented as the first. Wow, I really love that color. Taking a little blending brush. This is my E25 from Sigma. It's blending really nicely, but I will say I do notice a line going through my crease, so that's really interesting. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know. It's gorgeous. It's such a beautiful color. I honestly wouldn't mind that because most likely I'm not wearing it all over the lid and blown out like this, but if you are, that's something you're definitely going to want to pay attention to. You guys definitely let me know what you think of that little crease situation, but either way, there is the shade Kiss My Ass. The next shade we are live swatching is called 50/50, and it is a metallic. I'm first going to pop it on with a dry brush here. Oh, and then we will wet it on top so you guys can kind of see the difference, but that looks nice. Kind of a nice foresty shade. I'm applying this with my E58 cream color brush from Sigma Beauty. That is gorgeous. Ooh, I kind of want to wear this shade for my date night tonight. You know what? If I finish this in time and I have enough time to do a full eye look before I leave, I will include that in this video so you guys can get a tutorial as well. It's something I've been wanting to incorporate into my live swatching videos. I just don't always have time, and sometimes, depending on the collection, my face and my eyes hurt. Like they just do. That is gorgeous though. So again, this is 50/50 with a dry brush. And now we will wet the brush and just see if it you know, pops a bit more or what the deal is. Oh, I definitely noticed a difference there. It really just gives you more of a foiled metallic finish. Not that the previous one wasn't metallic, but this just kind of, it foils it. You guys know what I mean. It just gives it a nice glow. That is beautiful. So there is 50-50 with a wet brush. I love this color. Coming up on a few metallic shades here. The first one here is called Big Banks. I thought it said Big Banger. I was like, whoa, okay. Oh, this is a fresher, brighter, a little more, not even grassy, just like fresher and brighter color than 50-50. This, if you want like a pop, this is your pop. I would say the 50-50 shade was a little more wearable. So here is Big Banks with a dry brush. You still get that beautiful metallic, but let's see it with a wet brush. Okay, I've dampened my brush with a little setting spray. Ooh, oh my gosh, that makes it even brighter. Gosh, I love foiled metallic shadows. It like looks like it's glowing here in person. I don't know if it picks up that way on camera, but it's like, boom, it is just glowing. It's almost like the color of this palette. It is beautiful. It is bright. I love it foiled. That is just magic. So I always watch videos while I do these live swatching videos because it takes me a few minutes to, like, you know, remove the eyeshadow and like put the base back on and clean the brushes and things like that. So it actually takes me like 5 to 10 minutes between each shadow to get my life together. And it's when I usually watch Tati Westbrook, my Tati, who I love so much. And Puka Shell's just so cute. I love baby Puka. When Puka comes on the camera, I'm like, stop everything. How is Puka? The next shade that we're swatching is the one I've been most excited for. This one is Mary Jane, and it looks unbelievable. So of course, as usual, popping it on first with a dry brush, and oh my God, that is highlighter green, people. This one's a little more chunky than the other foiled shades. Definitely more chunky. This one, I do not love the consistency with a dry brush. Definitely like right away, if you use this color, I can't recommend enough like putting it on a super tacky base or wetting your brush. Because though, I mean, it's bright, it's pigmented, it's just not as amazing as it could be with a wet brush, which is why I'm so excited to do that next. Okay, going in with a wet brush. Oh my goodness gracious. This literally is like glowing. It is like neon. Wow. Wow. I can honestly say, I think in my entire makeup collection, I do not have one eyeshadow this color, which is amazing for me to say. This is cool. It is a chunkier finish. I'm gonna let you guys know it is not buttery smooth. I can see the texture on my eyelid, but for me, it's so worth it for this color. And most likely for me, I would love to use this on the inner corners. I think that would be really, really beautiful. It is super cool. Another shimmer. This one is gorgeous. It looks like a nice olive. Oh, it's called Olive You. That's adorable. I'm glad I got the shade right. And let's pop that on the lid. Oh, she's pretty. Oh, you just can't go wrong with a good olive, can you? Something about it is like, it's not necessarily a real unique color, but when you wear an olive, people are like, what is on your eyes? Because I think to the average person who's not a big makeup buff like we are, like just like, you know, someone who's not super involved in the makeup world, they might see an olive eyeshadow in the store and be like, oh, green, I could never wear that. And then they see you wear it and they're like, what is on your eyes? That is beautiful. Because olive is so much more wearable than people give it credit for. It really, truly is. It looks beautiful on the eyes. And I'm telling you, if you have brown eyes, wear that olive, girlfriend. Wear that olive. Any eye color can wear olive, but I love seeing olives on brown eyes because it brings out those warm tones in your eyes, those little ambery, fiery tones every pair of brown eyes has. So there is Olive You with a dry brush. And now, of course, going over it one more time with a wet brush. Ooh, that really foils it beautifully. Oh my goodness gracious. This one I love just as much with a dry brush as I love it with a wet brush. It looked beautiful both ways. With a wet brush, it's just, again, more foiled. You get more of that sleek, foily finish. But just the dry metallic was like gorgeous enough itself. Wow, I'm obsessed with this color. I love it. Bottom row, we are into the mattes now. This one is called Act Natural. Ooh, I really like the depth of this one. That is gorgeous. Definitely pigmented. Let's run it through the crease and see how that goes. I love how that's fading out. It kind of fades out into like a minty shade. That is super cute, you guys. Oh, I'm so excited to play with these and do an actual look tonight. I'm really excited. And actually, I think I'm going to have time to film it, which is like the most exciting part. So there is Act Natural. Next, we're getting into the shade Mobamba. Mobamba. What is that? Is that a song? Ooh, 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 I love this color. This is sexy. Oh, I love a deep smoky. I love a deep smoky. This one definitely has fallout. If you're wondering why I'm only doing one eye in this video, it's because I have to go out tonight. If I didn't have to go out, I would be swatching on both eyes. But for me, because I'm leaving my house for once in my life, I would rather only have one irritated eye and not two irritated eyes. This one has a ton of fallout, just so you know. Definitely tap off that brush as much as possible. But the color is gorgeous. This one, as well as the Kiss My Ass shade we tried, has a little bit of that dark band going on around it. So that's interesting. I'm not quite sure why that's happening. And this one I'm really afraid to blend out on its own because shades like this, it just needs another color to help it out. I'm gonna do it, but I'm afraid. Oh yeah, there's like a very obvious dark line going around there. So that's strange. Why is that happening? Are greens one of those trickier shadows to make? Do you guys know? Isn't it purple and blue are really hard to make? I wonder if green is as well. Yeah, this one got a little weird. But yeah, you can see there's an obvious black band around with that color. I'm hoping when we do the tutorial portion next, hoping that doesn't happen, but I don't know. We're gonna see. Yeah, so there is Mo Bamba. And last but not least in the palette, you guys, we're going into the shade Charmed, which is a little brown there. It's not chocolatey, it's almost like an olive brown, if that makes sense. It definitely has a green tone in there. Wow, it's like a deep espresso. When I was looking at it in the pan, I didn't think it was this dark, but it is. I really like that. You guys know I love a dark brown. And now going in with a blending brush around those edges. Oh yeah, that's blending out really nicely and there's no weird dark line like we had on a few of those greens. It's a shame that happened. I think those greens are still definitely workable. You're just gonna have to watch that a bit, but I really like this brown. It's blending out really nicely. Oh, I love a matte brown all over the lids. I just do. That is gorgeous. So there is the shade Charmed, which is just the matte brown. And I really do like this color. All right, you guys, so let me remove this and we will move on with the eyeshadow tutorial portion of this video. Stay tuned. Hi, so I've removed my eye makeup. I just threw on my eyeshadow base, which is my Sigma Beauty eyeshadow base in the shade Persuade. It's basically MAC's Painterly Paint Pot in a stick. That's why I love it. So I got that on nice and tacky. And I removed my mascara and my under eye concealer because I know this is probably going to fall out onto my face and like yada yada yada. My one concern going into this is there's not, you know, I always like a nude, fleshy, somewhat toned eyeshadow for like my highlight and just like to prep my lid real quick. So what should I take? I'm actually going to take the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded palette and I'm going to go into the shade Blur just real quick to lay down just a little blending base there. Alrighty, moving on. I'm going to tap into Kiss My Ass, that first matte green. Or second matte green in the palette. And I'm going to softly blend this into the crease as a transition shade, hopefully. I say hopefully because if I recall when we were live swatching, it gave us that band, but I'm not using it from lid to crease area, if you know what I'm saying. I'm only using it through the crease. So I'm wondering if that's not really even going to have an effect. That's the one thing with live swatching that I hate. Not that I hate, but sometimes there's certain shades in certain palettes that I think leave a bad taste in people's mouth, and it's just because I used it a certain way. Shadows can be great for certain areas and terrible for certain areas, but it doesn't always make the eyeshadow itself bad, if you know what I'm saying. Unless there's absolutely no pigment and it's chalky and it's falling off and you can't blend on top of it, like, then yes, I think a shadow is crappy. But if it blends, if you can maneuver it, you know, it's fine with me. And I just understand that I can't use it in certain ways. But then you, on the other hand, you might say, listen, if I can't use it all ways, it's no good for me. And I totally understand that as well. See, that looks beautiful. That is a nice, soft, greeny transition there. And like no band. And that's just simply because we didn't take it down to the eyelid. Love it. Next, I'm gonna go into the shade Act Natural. What brush should I use? Actually, let me switch. I'm gonna use my Sigma F63 little airbrush blender brush. And we're gonna go, yeah, into Act Natural and pop that in the crease. It's really intensifying that green, isn't it? So pretty though. Oh my goodness. I can't believe how long it's been since I did a green eye look. So don't forget to hit up that inner corner as well. Sometimes I feel like I do not spend enough time on my inner corners. Is that silly? Like sometimes I'll finish a look and then I'll look at my inner corner and I'm like, oh, it looks like empty and gross. Like there should be something there. That is nice. Okay, now I also want to go into the shade. Oh my god, there's like a little eyelash clipping on the side of my palette. I bet that happens to all of us, doesn't it? Like just the little trimmings. I'm gonna try a little bit of No Bamba. Mo Bamba, not No Bamba. Some Bamba. and work that on the inner little half there. You see, these shadows are working beautifully together, and I made it a point to try all these more difficult ones, or the ones that looked to leave a band or kind of settled a little funny on the lids. But now when I'm using it in a full eye look, it's completely fine, and I don't notice that at all. So that's really interesting. That is such a beautiful green. These shadows are performing beautifully so far. I always have one good eye and one bad eye. This is always my good eye. I don't know what it is. Maybe because it's my right side and I'm right-handed. I don't know. I also want to take a little bit of Charmed, that deep brown, and pop that on the outer half. Ooh. It's mixing nicely with those greens. It's almost like making its own like little custom olive color. It's cute. This is fun. It's just been too long since I had a nice green smoky eye. The shadows just melt really nicely together in an actual look. One thing I really love is they didn't go too warm in this palette. You know what I mean? Like they could have thrown in like an orange and a yellow. They really stuck to this kind of green olivey theme. And I love that. So we really just do not have enough of these palettes, or enough palettes with these shade ranges. Now, all over the lid, I want to take, let's first take a little bit of 50/50. And I did wet my brush because I do want the metallic effect. Oh, I love the metallics in this palette. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. You know, I was going to take some of the olive shade too, but I don't think I want it anymore. I think I love how these tones all look together so well. I really don't want to break it up with that olive shade as well, so I'm just going to stick with the 50/50 shade. I love this. It's like super like emerald, like sexy emerald. I'm going to go ahead and swipe off this fallout with a little wipe here. And then I'm going to finish off my face, like reapply my concealer and all that stuff, and I'll be right back for final thoughts. Alright you guys, so my look is finished. Let's see, what did I use? I used the Colourpop Black Liquid Liner. For mascara, I have on, this is like one of my new favorite mascaras. It's the CoverGirl Flourish by Lash Blast Mascara. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Glossier mascara, so if you're a fan, which I am, oh, okay, it's gone now, but you might really like that. Flourish, I believe it's called. For blush, I'm wearing Colourpop's Bar Hopping. I will link these down below for you guys in case you're curious. Lip liner was Colourpop Little One Lip Pencil, and then on top of that, I used Aquarius Lippy Sticks, the Aquarius Cream Lippy Sticks, and then I just wanted a little more shine, so this is Colourpop's Smack Dat Lip Gloss. And then lastly, for highlighter, I used Colourpop's Double Down Super Shock Chica. So final thoughts on this palette, I'm so glad I used it to create a look because I think the look is absolutely gorgeous. I'm obsessed with this green smoky eye. I'm like so excited to wear this out tonight. It is so beautiful. If you think you can't wear green, think again. I think this is just such a sexy, like emerald smoky eye. It's very jewel toned and just like, I feel fancy in it. I don't know why. I really love this palette. There were definitely a few shades I was apprehensive of when we did the live swatching, that weird band in the crease. But then when we actually used them on the lid for an eye look, I didn't have that problem. So bear that in mind. Let me know if you guys are gonna pick this up or if you're planning on skipping on it. I love it just for the metallics. And I really want to use this one, but I didn't want to make my look too extreme because I do have to go a lot of places tonight. If anything, I would use it on the inner corners, but it's not the vibe for tonight, so I am not going to do that. I think for the metallics alone, this palette is so worth it. It's just beautiful. Anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed these live swatches, and I hope you enjoyed the mini tutorial at the end. Let me know how you like this look. By the way, if you like my earrings, they are from Forever 21. The most questions I always get in all of my videos are about my earrings always. You guys like really like earrings like I do. We vibe together. 100% of the time, you guys, my earrings are always from Forever 21. I love balling out there because they're not too expensive and I can buy way more than if I were to buy designer earrings. I just go crazy at Forever 21 and that's it. So you guys, let me know your thoughts on this palette. Again, if you want to save $5 off on a $20 Colourpop order, you can use my affiliate code, which is 5SHAE. I will link it down below for you guys. And yeah, thank you for watching. I love you and I'll see you again soon. Bye.